just became a father, so I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to you the way that you did me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
So word on the street is that T.I. has been dealing with some major behind-the-scenes drama involving King and this girl called Big Nana. And trust me, this gets wild. Get this. T.I. apparently went full detective mode and had the hospital secretly run a DNA test on Big Nana's baby. And honey, let me tell you about those results. King Harris is not the father. Can you believe it? And T.I., being T.I., didn't hold back one bit. He straight up confronted King with those DNA receipts and was like, I told you so, because remember, he'd been warning King about Big Nana from day one. But wait, it gets better. T.I. isn't playing around anymore. He's made it crystal clear that he wants King to cut all ties with Big Nana like ASAP. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now let's rewind a few months because this tea has been brewing for a minute. T.I., or should I say grandfather T.I. at the time, did this interview with Hot 107.9 where he mentioned King was expecting a baby. But honey, if you were paying attention, you could literally hear the disappointment dripping from his voice. At first, everyone thought he was just being a concerned dad because, let's be real, King is super young to be playing daddy. But chilly, there was so much more to this story. Here's the real tea. Turns out Big Nana is significantly older than King, and the whole situation was giving major side-eye energy, like red flags everywhere. Inside sources are spilling that when T.I. first found out about King and Big Nana, he had this serious father-son talk with him. According to the streets, T.I. was convinced Big Nana was just there for the clout and the bag. And honestly, with T.I.'s 2 decades in the game, the man knows how to spot a sketchy situation from a mile away. T.I. literally sat King down and was like, keep your guard up. But did King listen? Chilly, please. He was too caught up in the thrill of dating an older woman to see what was right in front of him. Fast forward a few months, and when T.I. found out Big Nana was pregnant, baby, he was not having it. Sources say he was beyond disappointed that King had completely ignored his advice and let his guard down. But King? He was trying to prove he could be a real father and just brushed off daddy's warnings like they were nothing. And if you're thinking this is just another chapter in their already rocky father-son relationship, honey, you are absolutely right. Remember that viral moment when King went live after getting into it with someone at a game? He was out there yelling, I stand on business, trying to act all tough, and T.I. had to step in and tell him to chill because he was embarrassing himself and the family.
I know you, I know you. I know you. I know you. Shut up. Shut up. I know you. Ain't no mystery, man. I know you though. I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you somebody play with me like that? Why you let somebody play with me like that? Why you let him play with me like that? Why you let him play with me? Joking. No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself and your family. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. Man, what is she talking about?
Get off me. Man, get off me.
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't you can do with me.
You're upset. You're mad. You can't. Lose it. I know. I know you. I know you. I know you. I know you. Shut up. Shut up. I know you.
Ain't no mystery, man.
I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me? Joking. No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself and your family. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
Lord, let me tell you what happened next because this father-son drama got heated. T.I. and King Harris had this massive blow-up after that game, and baby, King did not hold his tongue. He went all the way off, calling T.I. out for what he said was just playing the good dad role for the cameras. According to King, behind closed doors, T.I. couldn't care less about him. And then he dropped this bomb, accusing T.I. of straight up abandoning him in the hood. Now here's where it gets interesting, sweetie. When the media started digging into King's claims, they discovered that yes, King did grow up in the hood with his grandma, but, and this is a big but, let's keep it 100. Even though he was in that environment, this wasn't your typical hood story. I mean, his parents are loaded. The boy had everything he could ever need. But you know what they say, money can't buy love. And according to King, what he was really missing was that emotional support from his daddy, Chili. There's even this video where King spills all the tea about his relationship with T.I. He said the only time he'd really get to see his dad was when they were filming Family Hustle. And as soon as they yelled, "Cut!" poof! T.I. was gone like a magician. Now, even though T.I. and King have been going back and forth like a tennis match, inside sources are saying T.I. tried to be a real father and warned his son from Jump Street that having a baby this young would turn his whole world upside down. But here's the gag. King was so sprung on Big Nana that he ran back and told her everything his daddy said. And what did Miss Thing do? Allegedly, she used that information to start manipulating King, pulling him further and further away from his family. The sources are saying she had King so wrapped around her finger that he wasn't even picking up his parents' calls anymore. That's why T.I. and Tiny were nowhere to be found at the baby shower. The drama was just too much. But T.I.? Oh, baby. He wasn't about to sit back and watch this mess play out. He went straight to Big Nana and laid it all out. Look here, you're not about to hustle your way into this family's bank account, and I'm not responsible for you financially. But Chili, that wasn't even the half of it. T.I. took it to another level when he secretly got that DNA test done on the baby. And when those results came back negative, baby! The truth came out like a hurricane. Of course, T.I. wasted no time confronting King with those results, basically saying, "I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so." He reminded King that with all his years in these streets, his instincts were screaming that Big Nana was just running game for fame and money. And y'all, when T.I. handed King those results, the boy was devastated. I'm talking tears streaming down his face and everything, but here comes the tough love moment. T.I. told King straight up that he'd done everything he could as a father to protect him from this mess, but now it was up to King to man up and end this relationship for good. And honestly, this whole situation is giving us a masterclass in love, manipulation, and learning who's really in your corner. Other examples? Oh honey, let me tell you, the rap world stays messy, and this baby mama drama with King is giving us full-on soap opera vibes. When you're rich, famous, and got a big name attached to you, some folks just can't help themselves from trying to lock you down with a baby. And trust me, we've seen some of the wildest cases in the game that prove these rappers need to stay on their toes. Now, we can't talk about baby mama drama without bringing up Future Lord. This man could literally have his own TV show just about his paternity tests. He's been hit with so many claims, it's like watching a never-ending episode of Maury. Women have been coming out of the woodwork, accusing him of being their kid's daddy, and some of them went straight to court trying to secure that child support bag. Future's been vocal about feeling like a target, saying these women are just using his fame to secure their financial future. And honestly, with all these legal battles, you've got to wonder, are they all making it up, or is Future just out here being too reckless? And Chile, remember when Drake got called out for being a daddy? Sophie Brousseau stepped up and said she was carrying his baby, and at first, Drake wasn't having any of it. But when that DNA test came through confirming he was Adonis's father, baby, the whole game changed. Fans started picking apart Sophie's motives like vultures. Was she really after the money? Or was this a genuine situation? Either way, Drake stepped up and has been serving us #DaddyGoals ever since. Then there's Offset. Before he became Mr. Cardi B, he had his fair share of baby mama mess too. There was this one case where a woman allegedly tried to fake evidence to force him into paying child support. The whole thing fell apart faster than a house of cards, but it was a wake-up call that not every claim out there is legit. Maybe all this messy behavior is exactly why Cardi recently said, "Thank you, next." And don't even get me started on Chief Keef. This man has been dragged to court so many times for paternity disputes, he probably has his own parking spot at the courthouse. While some of these cases turned out to be the real deal, others had people giving more side-eye than a suspicious mother-in-law. Were they really just trying to cash in on his name during his peak fame? And we can't forget about Jay-Z. Back in the day, there were all these whispers about him having a secret child somewhere. Now, nothing ever came of it, But that didn't stop people from running wild with the idea that someone was trying to attach themselves to his legacy and his bank account. And just the other day, Lord have mercy, we saw another rapper get put on blast. Lil Baby got called out by this OnlyFans model named Story, real name EZ, claiming he's the daddy of her 3-year-old daughter. Baby, Ez took to Instagram and started spilling all kinds of tea.
So I got a baby daddy who is a celebrity. Found out a little late. I didn't know at first. And I was hoping that he would help me. I'm asking you right now, can you help me, please? Can you help me to turn over a new leaf? Not to say I can't go and do OnlyFans, but I would like to do something else now with my life. I would like to take the time out to really heal and, focus on what's best for me.
Now let me break this down for you because it is juicy. Story went online and straight up called Lil Baby out, begging him to help her and their supposed daughter. She even admitted, get this, that her pride had kept her quiet for 3 whole years. But apparently some higher power told her to let go of that pride and speak her truth. Chile, the drama is just getting started. Her caption was giving desperate vibes. Lil Baby, can you please help me and your daughter? This is not the route I want to go, but I need your help. With my pride in the way, I raised her 3 years asking you for nothing. God told me this morning to let go of my pride and just ask for help, so here I am. And of course, Sis had to plug her full story on YouTube because why tell it for free when you can get them clicks, right? But wait, it gets even messier. Story started talking about her other kids, and honey, those relationships with their dads sound like they belong on a reality show. She spilled about one guy who cheated on her, which led her to explore her options. And apparently, one of those options was Lil Baby. She claims she didn't plan on getting pregnant, but we all know how that story goes. Now people are giving her the side eye because word on the street is she doesn't even have custody of her kids right now. So everybody's wondering, is this really about helping her daughter, or is Sis just trying to secure a bag because times are tough? The streets are talking, and baby, they are not being kind. Story even went as far as posting those side-by-side pictures of Lil Baby and her daughter, trying to convince everyone they look alike. And while there might be some similarities, it's not exactly screaming case closed. Like, sis, a paternity test would be way more convincing than these Instagram receipts. And let's keep it real. Taking your problems to social media rarely ends well. Instead of getting sympathy, Story's catching heat for what looks like a straight-up clout-chasing move. If she's really serious about getting support, the courthouse is right there, open Monday through Friday. Oh, and if Story's name is ringing bells, it should. She's always popping up on those cringe YouTube dating shows. You know, the ones with those silly games and over-the-top antics for attention. Plus, she's been spotted in videos with Charleston White and Lil Woody, so clearly she knows how to keep her name in these streets.